I'm so happy. Well, for two reasons, actually. I'm happy for two reasons. One, because I won my potato war gloriously today. And so, yeah. And I get to go back to court. Unfortunately, not magic court. Just regular court. Because we're finally getting to Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Dual Destiny! Yeah, you know, I've only been waiting to play this game for a year now. Nepolis's trilogy has been out for a year. Over a year now, and I'm only just getting to Dual Destiny, which is the second game of the trilogy, by the way. It is so nice to just be able to hear this music when I'm starting streams again. So beautiful, so wonderful. 10 out of 10 would recommend just sitting and listening to this music. Unfortunately, it is not. It is not on Spotify. Anyways, I kind of want to shut up and just get to the YouTuber studio. What are you doing to me? Hold on. Webcam? Webcam seems to be back up. Anyways, so I say we shut up all of the things and we just fucking play. Say no bullshit to our. Hold on. Game selection. Oh yeah, I was in the. Let's go. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destiny. Oh yeah, I must have had picked some outfits. There's a bong? Oh no. Oh no. Courtroom's gonna explode. Already starting with a bang. Quite literally.
These are dark times, where the law has been reduced to rubble, and it's up to us to restore it to its former glory. Yeah, I know what you mean. It looks like your target finally decided to make a move. Don't you worry. I've got a trusty new partner on board.
Ooh.
Done. You bet. Let's do this.
She's been with us for half a year, though I can hardly believe it.
Interesting.
Anyway, her power will be our greatest weapon.
Are you alright, miss?
It's like she will be our greatest ally.
Yeah.
Stops her toe and
For this
falls.
very reason we returned. Time to bring it to an end.
Yay. It's finally nice to hear this in a game! You guys don't understand how happy I am about this. Ah, it's nice to see him in dapper outfit again. Wait, what happened to Apollo? You okay there, buddy? Hello? Is everything okay? Episode 1. Turnabout countdown. The best thing about bombs is how they erase and destroy without discretion. Now all I have to do is pin everything on that little girl. December 17th, 9:22 a.m. District Court. Defendant's Lobby, number 5. Nope. Not feeling nervous at all. It's amazing what a girl can get used to. Even a tense atmosphere like this is no biggie. You doing okay, Asina? Oh, Apollo! Yeah, doing great. Just a little him-a-tune great. Oh yeah? Well, that's good to hear. Although, I could have sworn I heard your voice crack for a second there. Okay, not everybody can have cords of steel, Apollo! Am I that transparent, huh? Cracking? No, my voice isn't cracking. Nerves of steel here, I tell you. This is Apollo Justice. He is a fellow lawyer at the law office I work for. Apollo is the head for the defense on this case, but I'm going to be there at the bench with him, and doing what I can to help out. I'll do whatever it takes to defend Junie. Speaking of steel, how are you holding up? That explosion really did a number on you. I'm just happy that you're okay, Asina. Although, I can't pretend I had no connection to this case. That's why I'm going to see that Juniper's name is cleared. I'm sure you feel much the same way. You got that right. I want to rest until Junie is completely cleared of all suspicion. Apollo. Xena. Xena. Thank you. Thank you for doing this for me. Junie! Hey, are you okay? Sorry about that. I always seem to go into coughing fits whenever I get nervous. This kind of thing never happens at the home in the forest, though. This is Juniper Wood. She's my dear childhood friend, and she's also our client for this case. The news keeps repeating that Junpei is the alleged bomber. But that's ridiculous. There's no way that Junie would do anything like that. I brought you a little snack, Xena. Just a little something from my garden. Hey, thanks! So, is this an orange or a tangerine? It's an orange. My grandma says that oranges is the color of strength and endurance. Oh, I get it. Strength for the trial, right? Junie, you're always so good to me. Jeez, look at me. Standing here, clutching an orange to my chest with tears in my eyes. Well, don't you worry. We'll be so powerful in there they won't even know it hit them. Right, Apollo? Yeah, that's right. Come what may, this is one trial. We can't just lose. Apollo? Apollo! Blood is seeping through his bandages. One of his wounds must have reopened. God damn it. Did we not learn anything from Arya Steelwind? Oh, wait, sorry. Tyrion Colbert comes out 10 years later after this game, because this game comes out in 2013. All this time he was trying to put on a brave face, but he was really overdoing it. Mr. Justice! Huh? The trial is about to start, sir. Please proceed to the courtroom. What? Now? But Apollo's in no state to defend. I have to defend Juniper. What are we gonna do? The trial's about to start with or without us. There's only one other option I can think of at a time like this. But even if I called him now, he'd never get here in time. No, wait! There's something else I can do! Apollo, give me all the evidence for this case. Huh? What are you going to do? Bailiff? Yes, miss? The defense would like to submit a substitution attorney petition. Athena! You're not seriously. You just concentrate on getting better. I'll defend Junie. All by yourself? Athena, stop for a second and think about what you're saying. You never once taken a case on alone before, right? Hey, no problemo. I can handle it. I think. But I guess it's really up to you, Jeannie. Would it be okay with me taking over? Sure. I believe in you, Sina. And that's enough for me. You're worried for me, aren't you? To be honest, I'm pretty nervous too. I think my heart just might burst out of my chest. But you're in no shape to stand at the bench now. So you'll just have to leave it to me. And please call, Mr. Wright, please! Alright. I can see your mind's made up anyways. I hate that I can't be there. But I know you'll give your utmost to defend Juniper. You bet I will! Rest assured of that! But please, rest. Apollo, please! My name is Athena Sykes. I'm still just a newbie, but I'm a lawyer. This is the only second time I've taken lead in a defense case. It'll be the first time I stand up there alone, though. But it has to do this. And I'm definitely not letting anything bad happen to Junie. December 10th, 9:46 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 5. Okay. All rise. Court is now in session for the trial of Juniper Woods. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is also ready, Your Honor. I'm sorry, he may look a little cooler now, but I will still say that I will still use his nasally voice for him anytime we see him. Ahem. And what is the meaning of this? I was under the impression that Mr. Red Monkey's opponent would be my Mr. Red Monkey would be my opponent today. Yes, well, substitution attorney pension was submitted just a few moments ago. Due to the explosion in the courthouse yesterday, Mr. Justice is unable to continue. I see. Not surprised that he used that as an excuse to run away. Have we learned nothing from Arya? We are not in magic court! We cannot have the men necromancy save our asses this time! Sorry, my lips were getting chapped, so I had to put them. With me as an advisory, who wouldn't want to feign illness in order to escape? I'm sorry, who are you again? sorry, that's just a classic joke for Pain. What? The nerve of the guy. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. Well, I would if I wasn't so nervous. That is the arrogant jerk. You arrogant jerk! No! Bridget! Is my hearing getting worse? I could have sworn I heard the defense say something just now. No, you didn't hear anything at all, especially not from me. How odd. I could have sworn I also heard something. You're losing your hearing, Your Honor. I did not say anything. Sorry, it's tradition in Ace Attorney knowledge that we must make fun of the honor. The defense must make fun of the judge. It's just Ace Attorney logic. Oh, that would be my indispensable partner, Widget. He's sometimes brought out what I'm thinking. Well then. If that's the case, then it's a clear contradiction to what you just stated. A contradiction? You just said you said nothing. Objection, Your Honor. Objection, prosecution. I didn't say anything. My Widget said it. So, Astina wasn't lying, chat. However, if that device of yours says what you're thinking, then you indeed said I was, what was it? Elegant at work? Actually, it was arrogant jerk. At any rate, what does it matter if a red monkey or a yellow monkey is facing me? Would you like the blue monkey? We could get the blue monkey here in about 20 minutes, probably. Or however long it would take Phoenix to get here. No flesh out of law school rookie can defend this witness. Mr. Payne, I believe that is enough. Let us get back to the case. Of course you have. I am more than ready to show this little girl what they call me, the rookie humiliator. Tell me again. Who be you in a trial? I can name you 2 attorneys right off the top of my head, Mr. Payne, who have defeated you. Actually, I can name 3! Mia, Phoenix, and Apollo! Boom! I knew it. He really is an arrogant jerk. Arrogant jerk! Miss Sykes, if you can continue the insults of prosecution, I will remove you from this court. Yeah, so very sorry. Just a knee-jerk reaction. Now then, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, if you please. Thank you, Your Honor. Now then, the incident occurred yesterday here at this very courtroom 4. At the time, the trial for a certain bombing was being held in the courtroom number 4. Ah, yes, I was presiding over that trial as well, and Mr. Justice was there as the lawyer for the defense. A bomb to that very being present as evidence surely went off during the trial. It was a terrible incident, and courtroom number 4 was completely destroyed. Unfortunately, we were able to start evacuation procedures before the explosion occurred. Just a few seconds more, and it would have turned into a horrific loss of human life. But there was, in fact, one death, was there not? That is correct, Your Honor. When courtroom number 4 was examined after the blast, the body of Detective Candace Arm was discovered. She was to take the stand as a witness later in the trial. I suppose she wasn't able to evacuate in time. What a terrible tragedy. I must admit, I stumbled at least 10 times myself before I was able to escape. Maybe the court should see about getting you even shorter robes. The victim's body was found near the entrance to the courtroom. I suspect she stayed there until the very end to help guide others out to safety. Your Honor, allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and the details about the bomb. Okay, I know how this works. All evidence for the trial is filed on the court records. When I want to check something out, I just have to use E. Wow, Polo did not give me much. I better take a peek later. I just took a peek now. Now then, please call the accused to the witness stand. Defendant, are you feeling all right? You're looking a bit pale. I'm so sorry. I was feeling a bit weak when I first arrived here at the courthouse. But I'm all right. Jeannie is really giving it her all. I better make sure to do the same. If we could please proceed. Your name and occupation, defendant. Juniper Woods. I'm a high school student. Miss Wood, can you confirm that you were in the courtroom house at the day of the question? Yes, I came to know Apollo Justice through my friend Sina. And so, I was there yesterday to watch his trial and lend my support. Something's wrong. Ginny is really scared. Did you know I'm also known as the Defendant Humiliator? Who is he again? It looks like I have yet another chance to show everyone how I earned that monkey here. This is arrogance no bounds. I have to protect Ginny no matter what. Hey, you arrogant, Prosecutor Payne! What is it? Do you want me to demonstrate why I'm known as the Rookie Humiliator instead? Deep breath, Sina. Don't let him get to you. Prosecutor Payne, Junie is telling the truth. Mr. Justice also backed up her claim when we saw him in the defendant lobby. And Junie, he said that he was glad to get the lotus root you gave him too. He was? My grandma says lotus roots are good for your eyes. She says like they can even help you see into the future. Wait, but Apollo's thing is perceiving into people's tics. They can? Then that's the perfect present for a lawyer. And if that's true, I guess he must not have eaten them. A sweet and meek girl like this, blowing a courtroom to bits. I must say it's very hard to believe.
Objection!
Now, Your Honor, don't let her seemingly innocent appearance fool you. The defendant had a motive for committing this crime. That's not true! I don't have any kind of motive! And I didn't even know the lady who was killed! I am at the investigation to determine any connection between the victim and the defendant. However, it doesn't matter. The only thing is that her objective was the destruction of courtroom number 4 itself. Did it have to be courtroom 4 specifically, though? Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why in the world would Miss Wood want to do that? That's a very good question, coming from a novice such as yourself. But first, a question for the defendant. Have you ever been brought up on false charges? What? Why, yes, I have. And did that experience cause you to harbor a grudge against the court system?
Objection!
Now, wait just a minute. If that kind of thing was a motive for blowing things up, then every one of our clients would turn into bombers. That's a valid point. We wouldn't have a single courthouse left standing in the land. I can see that the accused isn't the only one who may bear resentment against our courts. But Miss Woods is the only person who could have committed this crime. Why? Because we have found some decisive evidence that proves the defendant's guilt. Decisive, huh? I'll believe it when I see it. It involves a very unique aspect of the bomb itself, Your Honor. And what exactly is so unique about it? Why don't we have Miss Psyche answer that question? Huh? Me? I noticed that you appear to be very nervous. And well, gentlemen, that I am. And well, gentlemen, that I am. I'd like to offer you the chance to gain some confidence with such an easy question. He be any more condescending. Really? What a sorely unpleasant man. Alice for loser. What did it just say? Nothing, not a single thing. Now let's see. What was I supposed to do at a time like this? Oh, I know! The court record! It's the information I need is somewhere in the court records. Alright, Miss Psych, let's hear your answer. What was unique about the bomb? It was inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Payne, what kind of simpleton do you take me for? It was a stuffed inside a stuffed animal. It's an evil invention covered by a cute exterior. Hehe, very good. Have a cookie. The bomb that went off in the courtroom was indeed hidden inside a stuffed animal. There, how do you like that? Not bad, huh? I am fine. Just like I said from the start, I can do this! Yes, as I recall, the bomb was inside a stuffed animal the whole time. I never even got to take a look at it. What connection does this impish elephant have to do with the defendant? The answer lies in another piece of evidence I have, which is right here. And what, pray tell, is this? It appears to be a little thing. It's a tale, Your Honor. The tale of a poor victim of the explosion. This is incredible. Are you saying it's Detective Arm's tale? Your Honor. I love you, Your Honor, but... Your Honor is so very close. But no, it belongs to this stuffed animal. It's called the Phantom. A rather unpleasant name, if you ask me. Says the guy named Winston Payne. He's the mascot for a campaign to eliminate false evidence and false charges, is he not? Exactly. His motto is phony evidence is just trunked up. That's so wrong on so many levels. The phony Fanty's tail is made up of vinyl cloth, and we found something very interesting on the surface. The defendant's fingerprints. What? The phony photo element provides the prosecution with all the evidence we needed. It clearly proves that the accused handled the bomb. This? That doesn't make any sense. Why would Junie's fingerprints be on it? That does appear to be pretty infrequentable evidence. The court accepts it into evidence. Miss Wood, do you have an explanation for this? I don't understand. How about you, Miss Six? Do you have any plausible explanation to why they refute this decisive piece of evidence? Well, I can't do it. I can't think of a single thing. I better come up with something. For Junie's sake. If you can't produce an answer, we could always go straight to the ruling if you prefer. Hack! No! I have to say something! Fast! Oh no! I can't get my voice to work! Why? About now of all times. I thought I overcame this already. Maybe I'm still not ready to stand in court.
you can see, there is no room for debate.
Objection!
Why, it's you.
Of course Phoenix would come to her rescue. I knew it! Sorry it took me so long to get here, Asina. Apollo explained the whole thing to me over the phone. He asked me to come help you out in his place. Thanks for coming. I hate to admit it, but I was having a really tough time on my own. Oh, don't I know? I think you were just doing fine, all things considered. And you hung in there, giving me enough time to get here. Now let's turn things around! You got it, boss! Ho ho! Looks who showed up out of the blue. If it wasn't Mr. Phoenix Wright, you always manage to surprise me. I feel like he said the same thing during Apollo's first trial. Your Honor! Mr. Payne has called for an early ruling. But I believe there are still many things that need to be deliberated. How did Miss Wood's fingerprints end up on the stuffed animal tail? How is the bomb even detonated? Until these questions are answered, I assert it's impossible for a fair ruling to be made. You're absolutely right. Let us continue from where we left off. I assume you have no objections, Mr. Payne. Heh, none at all, Your Honor. Miss Woods really looks like she's having a hard time. Jeannie's really struggling, Mr. Wright. I get the sense she's afraid of the courtroom itself. Because of yesterday? Yeah, it's understandably very traumatic for her. Poor thing. And there she is, back at the courthouse again, being so brave. I'd like to make a request, Your Honor. If at all possible, I would like to have Miss Woods rest in the lobby. Given the defendant's condition? Very well, I grant special permission. You go get some rest, Jeannie. Leave the rest to us. Okay, thank you. Sorry about this. Phoenix Wright. I've been looking forward to meeting you. It's been a while, Mr. Payne. I thought I was going to be like, sorry, who are you again? You're more clueless than I heard. I do believe you mean, how do you do? For I am Gaspin. Oh, this is a different Payne. I am the younger brother of your long-standing rival, Winston Payne. What? Long-standing rival? When were we ever rivals so long-standing? Like who? You assume, Mr. Wright. I cleansed Winston of this disgrace the moment he met with at your hands. Didn't he also lose to Apollo? It's gonna be a royal pain. Looks like this royal pain is going to be as thoroughly unpleasant as the other. Hehehe. Your Honor, the prosecution would now like to call the defense's witness to the stand. This witness will testify of how the accused detonated the bomb in the courtroom. Very well. Please call your witness, Mr. Payne. Witness, your name and occupation, please. I still will talk like this, even though we know this is not Winston Payne. Witness? Name? Ted. Tonate. Occupation? Bomb disposal specialist. Oh my! What a strange robotic voice you have. Speech analysis via typing. It's the same as me talking. He sounds exactly like a robot. Can't you speak in a normal manner? I can. He can? But I do not like to speak. Speaking is inefficient. Energy expedition. Speaking is for typing, understand? What an odd witness. Mr. Tony was in charge of the bomb for the trial and knew it and was there when it went off. Being a bomb squad specialist, do you have any relation to the victim? Negative. I first met the girl while on this job. Many people are employed by the police. I know only a fraction of them. However, I was shocked when I first discovered the body of the victim. Shocked? I was the first one at the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. So he was the first to discover the body, was he? He is here to testify about the circumstances surrounding the moment of the explosion. Very well. The court will hear Mr. Tomate's testimony. But at very least, show this court some respect and remove the face guard witness. A little creepy. The bomb was originally disarmed by me and then transported here as evidence. Bomb name AH-3000, operated by timer with timer or with remote. I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became alarmed. I saw the bomb timer was counting down. So even though the bomb was supposed to be disarmed, it somehow got switched on? Precisely. Activating the timer is very simple. 1. Connect wires. 2. Switch on timer. A monkey could do it. I'm sure even you would be able to do it, Mr. Wright. Wow, the nerve! You're talking to the one, the only, Phoenix Wright! I guess that makes you the blue monkey in the barrel of fun, boss. I'd now like to begin my cross-examination. Huh? Mr. Tomate! What is that? AH-3000, aka a bomb. A bomb?! Great googly moogie! Heck! Mr. Tomate! I demand you disarm this instant. Disassembly complete. 5.3 seconds. 2 seconds short of my personal best. Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Not exactly a spring chicken, you know. This is an exact replica of the HH-3000. It's used to practice disarming bombs. Disarms equals success. Explosion equals failure. An exact replica of the bomb that exploded, is it? So that's what it looks like. I submitted a photograph of the real bomb taken just before the trial. Dimensions 10 by 10 by 10. Weight 12. Perfect replication. Your bomb does appear to be a very good copy indeed. Yes, however, I cannot replicate the detonation mechanism. It has a very puzzling wire setup. It's regrettably I could not replicate it. Witness, that is enough. There is no need to replicate anything here. And now if the defense would like to begin their cross-examination... Where's my psychs gone to? Athena, you can come out now. Okay, Mr. Wright, let's get to work. I guess you were pretty scared, huh? What? I don't know what you're talking about. She was about to bolt. Hey! Put a sock in it, Widget! As transparent as ever. Now let's see. Where should we... We're at the cross-examination. Oh! Cross-examination! Of course! She seems disoriented. I wonder if she's alright. Maybe I should ask Athena if she remembers how to cross-examine to help her focus. Nah, she'll be fine! Nah, no need for that right now. She'll be fine. I'll do everything I can to help. If you can't find any contradictions, and you flub up too often, don't be afraid to ask me for help. Press R when you get when the option comes to consult with me appears. I'll let you know where the suspicious statement is. Sounds good. I'll be counting on you if I get in a bind. Alright, it's cross-examination time. Okay, I can press immediately. Love it. You said that you disarmed the bomb, but are you really sure it was disarmed? Absolutely, I can disarm anything. In a flash! That looks like more of dismantled than disarmed to me. Oh, pardon me. Let's see. Is there any chance you could have forgotten to disarm the bomb? Impossible. I do not make rudimentary mistakes like that. They say to errors to human. Although the jury is still out on this guy. If you must know, Mr. Wright, according to this court's own records, the fact that the bomb has indeed was disarmed is officially confirmed. Huh, I guess I can rule out the possibility I forgot to disarm it. Could you talk about the bomb in a little more detail for the court, Mr. Tomate? Certainly.
Hold it!
What's the approximate size and weight of the bomb? Decimations 10 by 10 by 10, weight 12 pounds. This information is also written on the photograph. Ah, yes, here it is on the back. According to this, the case is made out of alloy plating, 5/16 of an inch thick. That certainly sounds like one thick and very heavy bit of metal. I bet if I dropped that thing on your foot, you'd be hopping. If you dropped that thing anywhere, I'd be hopping for the nearest exit. Very well, I believe the court has heard enough about the bomb itself. Moving on! Alright, cool! So, Mr. Tomei, you were keeping an eye on the bomb. Where were you watching from? I was watching from the gallery when I suddenly became all armed. Why were you in the gallery? My duties have been over for the moment, and I wanted to keep watch. Even though the bomb was disarmed, you can never be too careful. Explosives devices are very dangerous things. Ah, how alarmingly responsible of you. A foul to be emulated. I practice disarming bombs every day. I practice assembling them too. The disarming part I get, but the assembling them? Well, I have it to know I'll have you know I practice presenting evidence every day myself. I see, but do you ever practice having evidence presented to you? Presented to me? What? No, Then you can cannot very well call yourself a professional yet, can you? That does it! I'm gonna start practicing having evidence for me every day. You better drink some coffee, boss. We're gonna pull an all-nighter. I don't think that will be necessary. Or worth either of our time. So, Mr. Tomei, what did you witness from the gallery?
Hold it!
You saw it counting down clearly with your own eye. I hardly think a timer so as small as the one on this bomb could be seen from the gallery. These goggles help me see very small things certainly far away. I can even see what you had for breakfast by looking at your tie. Why do I suddenly feel like a bug under my magnifying glasses? Because that's basically what it is. I guess it's possible he saw the timer if he was wearing those goggles. I'm not so sure. There's something that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't think I follow. The bomb was completely hidden inside of the stuffed animal. So well conceived, in fact, that it didn't even look like a bomb at all. So you're trying to find the testimony that conflicts with the evidence, right? That's right. Listening carefully to Mr. Tomei's testimony is just the first step. After that, it's a matter of taking a look at any evidence that seems relevant. Remember that has the court record when you have evidence. If you find evidence that conflicts... Let's see. This testimony about when the bomb went off. I think it's say it was pretty important. A bomb that didn't look like a bomb because it wasn't a stuffed animal, huh? Oh.
Objection!
I hit the wrong button. I hit E instead of R. You say you saw the bomb's countdown. Is that right? Of course, I clearly saw the counting down to 0. And I say, That you are clearly lying. What are you talking about? There's no way you could have seen the bomb's timer. After all, the bomb was concealed inside a stuffed animal. Mr. Tomei, how can you claim to know what the bomb was about to go off when you couldn't even see the timer? Ugh! But what? No! That does seem like a clear inconsistency indeed. Witness, how do you explain this? Well, Ugh, that was great, Mr. Wright! You found a contradiction right off the bat! Always remember, Asina, when you find an inconsistency in a witness's testimony, there's always a reason behind it. It could be a lie, a hidden meaning, a secret, whatever it is, it's up to us to dig it out. And pointing out every contradiction we'll find is the best way to do it, right, boss? Now the question is, what can we dig out of Mr. Tomei? Well, let me see. No. There must be some mistake. Oh, yes. Of course. I remember now. The sound. I knew it because of the sound. Sound? What sound? When the timer was of this type of bomb is switched on, it beeps softly. Beep, beep, beep. It's the sound of the bomb countdown. A beeping noise, you say? I suppose it would be possible to notice that even with the bomb inside a stuffed animal. I simply made a mistake. My bad.
Objection!
How in the world did you hear such a tiny sound all the way from the gallery? Listening for sound of a bomb timer is an intellectual part of my work. I consistently undergo training so that I'll never miss it. I hardly think training would help you hear something so soft from far away, inside a goddamn stuffed animal. What now? Are you making light of the fine science of disarming bombs? It is a solemn mission that I put my life on the line to perform. What kind of specialist would I be if I could not hear the bomb's timer? It's not like assembling a toaster, you know. Now he's just showing off. You keep asserting that the sound was too tiny to hear, but it's only a tiny thing to hear. It's your skill as a lawyer. Being mistrusted is not an attractive quality, you know. And you're just overflowing with attractive qualities, are you? Or perhaps you have some proof that Miss Tomei did not hear the sound. Well, no, but it still seems totally suspect. Give me 2 seconds. But it's going to be really hard to prove that he didn't hear something. If I have this correct, the prosecution's argument is that someone reactivated the bomb before it was brought into the courtroom. What I don't understand, Mr. Payne, is why would you believe that person to be Miss Woods? That's simple, Your Honor. Mr. Tomei happened to be there when it happened. He was there when the defendant rearmed the bomb. What is this now? It happened before the trial started. It was right when the detective arm and I were transporting the bomb. We brought the bomb to the lobby for the defense. Bomb equals evidence. The lawyer wanted to see it before the start of trial. Looking for a chance to get the bomb, Miss Woods was already there in that lobby. Her goal was to surely rearm the bomb and steal the remote switch. The remote switch? Yes, the switch that controls the bomb remotely. Duh. It has been missing ever since the incident. I am personally to blame. I left the bomb and remote top on top of the transport case. And they were rearmed and stolen while I was talking with the lawyer. The defendant then used the remote from inside the courtroom to start the timer.
Objection!
How can you assert so unequivocally that the bomb was rearmed in the lobby?
Objection!
The bomb was safely secured in the transport case. The only time we're outside the case was in that lobby. Therefore, the one and only opportunity had to meddle with it. Someone other than Mr. Tomei could have opened the case and taken the bomb out. Impossible. The transport case is assigned exclusively to me. Do you see that number here? That is my identification number. I have the only key that can open that case. Nevertheless, Mr. Payne's assertion is nothing more than conjure. You have no proof that Miss Woods was the one who stole the remote switch. And by the same token, you have no proof that it wasn't her. But what I do have is a piece of evidence that does prove the defendants handled the bomb. Ah! That tail! 5 minutes, 24 seconds, 2.3 seconds. The defense's advantage lasted a mere 5 minutes. Talk about a rotten hand. As long as they have her fingerprints as their trump card, I'm at a big disadvantage. Wait, don't we have our own? Can we have our own trump card? Unfortunately, it's not going to be an actual card this time. Unlike, it appears we'll have to hear from the defendant herself once more. I wholeheartedly agree, Junior. I would like to recall Miss Woods to the stand. I trust you have no objections, Mr. Wright. I'm worried about her condition, but we do need her testimony. On the other hand, I'm not sure I want to make Athena mad. I can read your feelings, you know, boss. Yes, there's no hiding from her, huh? Don't worry, I know we need her testimony. But if anybody picks on her again, they will pay. They will pay. Guess she's already at anger level 1. Don't worry, I'll stop proceedings before I let anything bad happen to her. The defense has no objections, Your Honor. In that case, I will take my leave. But before I do, there is just one thing, Mr. Wright. Is it... Me? Yes? Dismantling Bob's is my job. Dismantling the case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try. Oh, he is guilty as fuck. This guy is hiding something. I just know it. Now, if you will, excuse me. Bailiff, please go out to the lobby and bring it back to the defendant. Ginny! Hi, Xena. She looks even worse off than before. Don't worry, Ginny. We're here for you. Thanks, Xena. And I'll do my best, too. You blew up the courtroom because you bear resentment against the court, correct? No! Of course not! What's that you say? I could barely hear you. I haven't done anything wrong! This prosecutor's scary!
Objection!
What an impudent little girl. Stop ducking innocent and tell the truth.
This is getting ugly.
You rearmed the bomb because you wanted to blow up the courtroom. Admit it! That's why you went to the lobby where Mr. Justice isn't that right?
Mr. Wright? Can I go give that prosecutor a smack? Well, what? Of course not! We do have to review the courtroom Do we have to review courtroom manners 101 again? We can't let that creep bully innocent girls like this so easily. It's fucking Women's Month! He can't go be doing shit like that! I haven't forgotten about how he treated you. Don't worry about me. Just help Junie! Heart's crying out. She's so scared. So very scared. Looks like Athena's picking something up with her heightened sense of hearing. It sounds like this time it's the voice of Miss Wood's heart. Don't deny it. You stole the remote switch and used it in the courtroom, didn't you? Your Honor, please put a stop to this. Mr. Payne is badgering the defendant. Yes, Miss Woods does seem quite frightened. Mr. Payne, I ask that you behave more like a gentleman. Ah, but don't you know, Your Honor, there is no more
There's no more a gentleman in this world than I.
Objection! As if a gentleman would behave like he does. Don't let that rude ruffian win.
You know... How dare you call a gentleman such as I yourself a rude scuffian? I'll have you know I attended a manners class every Saturday.
Oh, what day is the week is it? Oh, fuck, it's Tuesday.
I'm more than just a mere gentleman. I am a gentleman.
Not when you're terrorizing a young lady, you're not. And a fucking woman's month. Chat, get him. He's a woman pusher. He's bullying women in Women's Month. Ignore the fact that this is in December in game. I demand my money back if that man. I demand my money back from that manners class if I were you. Irk. I should probably be the adult here and stop the two of them, but... Mr. Payne, that will be enough.
Certainly, Your Honor. No further questions. Let's move on to the defendant's testimony. Mr. Woods, please share with the court that what you were doing when the bomb went off.
Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. This bomb went off, and rubble started falling, and it fell on top of me. Jeannie's clearly in pain, being forced to recall the bombing like this. She can't even get her words out. This isn't gonna work, so what now? Hey, wait a minute. Even if she can't vocalize what she wants to say, we can listen to what's inside her heart. Yes, now's the perfect time to use Asina's power. You can hear it, can't you, Asina? The cries of Miss Wood's heart. Yes, and they sound incredibly strained. She's so scared. I think she could collapse at any second. Asina has a unique ability, you see. With her finely tuned sense of hearing, she can hear the words of a witness's heart. In this essence, she can sense how a person is really feeling it from the tone of their voice. Guess it's all up to Asina and her special ability now. Asina, I want you to use the analytical philosophy you studied. And listen to the testimony of Miss Wood's heart. Okay, boss. I'll give it a go. After all, this is the whole reason I put all that effort into studying it. Analytical psychology. All begins! Let's do this. Okay, great. Now another German. So your holographic thingamabob can show how Miss Woods is feeling, right? In a nutshell, yes. The emotions and images that I pick up on just now while listening to her testimony. I can enter all that in the widget and the mood matrix to analyze them. The mood markers here reflect the fluctuation in Junie's emotions. When she's feeling happy or is enjoying the memory, a happy mark will light up. When she's feeling angry or frustrated, the angry marker will react. When she feels sadness or is frightened by a memory, the sad marker will blink. And when she's feeling surprised or confused, the surprise marker will let us know. So with your special ability, in which it's a mood matrix program, we can track how Miss Woods is feeling as she testifies. Talk about the wonders of technology. Yep, now let's give it a shot. I'm picking up some kind of discord or noise in Judy's heart. See here? This is what the noise looks like in the mood matrix. The result of inconsistency between her testimony and her feelings. If we can pinpoint these inconsistencies, the noise level should drop. Okay, it's time to listen to Miss Wood's true testimony. Well, that day, I was watching from the gallery. The bomb went off. And rubble started falling. And fell on top of me. Why would you be happy? I think I have a good grasp on Junie's emotional state right now. This power has seen us is incredible. And I'm seeing an unexpected emotion that's inconsistent with the context of her testimony. What? Already? Look at this! When she said it fell on top of me, the happy mark is reacting. Well, look at that. That is odd. There must be a reason for this contradictory emotion. We just need to do some digging. When you find an unexpected motion, you'll first need to pinpoint cue it. And then select the unexpected emotion or reaction from the four moods with the space. Widget is registering joy when Miss Woods recalls the rubble falling on her. There must be a reason for this unexpected emotion. Miss Woods, as the rubble was falling, was there also something that made you feel happy? What? Mr. Wright, the feeling of happiness is spread throughout Junie's heart. Keep going on this point, and I bet Junie will start to calm down. Great. Let's hear what she has to say. Just as I was about to escape the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was startled. I tripped, and the rubble started falling on top of me. I really thought I was done for. But just then, Apollo came and rescued me. Apollo? He used his own body to shield me from the rubble. So that's when he sustained those injuries. How do you feel, Junie? Talking about Apollo give you some kind of courage? Yes! Apollo is just like the sun, strong and bright and warm. Ah, someone has a crush on Apollo! Oh, so cute! Oh, it's adorable! Just talking about him makes me feel like a leaf undergoing photosynthesis. And see, your coughing stopped all of a sudden. Oh, you're right. Thank you, Sina. Looks like we're able to draw someone new testimony. Pretty neat, huh? There's still some noise that left meaning here. There must still be some discord in Junie's heart. I guess we'll have to keep going then. Let me input some new information and update the moon matrix, and we'll be good to go. You remember what to do, right? When I find an unexpected motion, I should pinpoint it. First pinpoint it. That's right. And then you select it from the moon markers of space. If we can find the reason for the discord in her heart, then we should be able to draw even more new testimony out. I tried to run, but I was too slow. Before I could get away, the bomb went off. So I was still startled. I tripped, and the rumble started following me. I thought I was done for. But then Apollo came to rescue me. Why would you be... This one confuses me. You were happy when Mr. Justice rescued you, weren't you? Yes, I was really happy. Was there also something that you felt sad about at the same time? Sad? The reason I ask, when you were describing how you were rescued, we sensed a little sadness, too. Oh! I think it was probably because of the bum wrap finny. Bum wrap finny? Well, what do you know? Something new. That's right. I brought my stuffed animal, bum wrap finny, to watch the trial with me. Bum wrap Rainy and Phony Fanty are brothers. Who knew the legal world could comprise a whole line of merchandise? Oh, I did! I have so much Ace Attorney merch! It's over there on my desk. I have a polo, a Renosuke, and Phoenix. I have little tombs of them. I got a Trinoke, plushie. I got ones of the cat mascots of Cosma and Von Cheek, and I got an injection plush pillow. And not to mention the polo shirt I'm wearing, that you wouldn't see because I'm a VTuber. And let's not forget about my Phoenix Maya and Phoenix Edra shirts. I have so much Ace Attorney merch, guys. To say that I like this series is an understatement. I had Bum Rat Finny with me while I was watching the trial. But it wasn't until Apollo saved me that I realized I lost him as I was running away. My poor Rainy, a victim of that terrible bomb. Oh, I know! You can see what he looks like in this poster! It's for the campaign to eradicate fake evidence and false charges. Phony Fanty and Bum Rat Rennie, huh? Nothing against the campaign, but why an elephant and a rhinoceros? Mr. Wright, I don't sense any discord in Jeannie's heart anymore. So I guess that means we managed to draw out all of her testimony. That's right. I'll just make an update with the new information we'll have, and we'll have the whole picture. So you think her new testimony will help? Absolutely. I don't know what we'd have done without you, Athena. The Bum Rat Rennie was in that courtroom when the bomb went off. Are we sure this is the Phone Fanty's tale? Now we know that, it changes the meaning of that other piece of evidence. All I have to do is present it at the right statement. I was watching from the gallery with Bum Rat Rennie. I tried to run, but I was too slow. Before I could get out of the courtroom, the bomb went off. I was so startled and tripped, then the rubble started falling. I thought I was done for, but then Apollo came to rescue me. That is Junie's complete testimony. Not bad, huh, Mr. Wright? I should focus on the new statements Miss Wood made. The existence of the Bum Rat Rennie should turn out to be in our favor. If that changes the meaning of a certain piece of evidence we already have, all I have to do is present it at the right statement.
Objection!
Nailed it! Miss Woods, I know this trial has been very hard for you, but you can relax now. You are, without a doubt, innocent. Mr. Wright, what a wild assertion are you making now? My wild assertion is simple as this. The two stuffed animals were mixed up. The tail of the defendant's fingerprints wasn't found on the phony phantom. It was the tail of her gallery companion, Rapper Rennie. What? What nonsense is that? I can see that they're both stuffed animals, yes, but they're completely different characters. An elephant and a rhino. They're as distinct as a defense lawyer and a prosecutor. But are they really so different? Considering both defense lawyers and prosecutors strive to protect the peace throughout the law. Even elephants and rhinos have some similar characteristics. They are both gray, for example. Anyways, this poster is all I need to prove my assertion to be true. If I may direct the court's attention here, you can see how the two got mixed up.
Take that!
Well, would you look at that? The two tails are exactly the same. Yes, exactly. The two stuffed animals are based off entirely different animals, but the design of their tails is exactly the same. Dog! Order! Order in the court! As long as this possibility exists, that the tail belongs to Rembump Riney, we can no longer consider it to be decisive proof that the defendant handled the bomb. As things stand, I consider the charges against the accused unsustained. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Payne? Yes, of course, Your Honor. Oh, that was great, Mr. Wright! You turned things right around! Yeah, it's not over yet, but at least we managed to hold out this long. I believe that brings our proceedings for today to a close. Mr. Payne, I'm afraid you'll have some serious investigation ahead of you. Yes, Your Honor. Very well. Let us reconvene tomorrow. Court is adjourned. December 17th, 11:56 a.m. District Courtroom, Court, Defendant's Lobby, number 5. That was excellent, boss! We did it! So exciting, boss, we did it! True to form, you managed to just barely pull it from the very last moment. True to form! Jeez, I never knew you had such a glowing opinion of me. Thank you for everything you're doing. You did great, Miss Woods. You really stuck out. And you got really brave at the end, just when we need you most, Junie. Thanks to you, we were able to turn things around. Well, you were the ones who gave me that courage, Sina. Really? Thanks. So, to be honest, was I any help at all? Of course. Without you, we would have never gotten out that tight spot. Oh, that's good to hear. I still might have a lot to learn, but you can bet I'll be going to give it my all. I'll be so good that one day you can call me your partner. That's what I like to hear. Analytical philosophy. The ability to solve riddles of a person's heart. Athena's true potential is beginning to really shine through now. Hey, where's Apollo anyways? Good question. I almost forgot about him. I assumed he'd still be here in the lobby. Oh, I know! Maybe he's still in the courtroom number 4. Courtroom number 4? What was he doing at the scene of the explosion? When I came out of the lobby to rest, I told Apollo about Bumram Rani. I told him I dropped Rainy in the courtroom as I was trying to escape before the blast. And then Apollo said he had an idea where Rainy might be. So we went to take a look together. Huh? I guess Apollo can be pretty nice when he wants to be. So you went looking for Rainy together before you were called back into courtroom number 5. Yes. I had some time to rest, so I was able to go and look for him. But then they called me into courtroom number 5 to testify. Apollo insisted on staying there, though. With all those injuries, I wonder how he's managing. I think Apollo might have figured something out. Wonder what it was. He told me I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, June Dipper. Just maybe he found some new piece of evidence. Anyways, we better go and get him. Good idea. December 17th, 12:11 p.m. District Courtroom number 4.
Where are you, Apollo? Trial's over for today. Come on, I know you're... No.
Hello? Don't die on us, Apollo! To be continued. Apollo, please, don't die on us, Apollo! Yes, let's save our progress. Yes, let's continue. December 18th, 9:43 a.m. District Courtroom, Defendant Lobby, number 5. This isn't exactly how I envisioned the second day of this trial to start. But given how things ended yesterday... Good morning. Things are a little awkward, yeah. Apollo may be dead! Apollo might be dead, but we got a trial to continue, guys! The mood is sure is tense. That's not any surprise. Come on, someone say something! Oh, hey! Did you read the paper this morning, boss? Huh? The paper? That came out of left field. You didn't read it! Then you don't know the big news! Somebody spotted an abominable snowman way up the mountains. Tell me you know the difference between paper and a tabloid, Asina. It might show up in the forest, you know where you live, Junie. So you better watch out, okay? You really should read the story for yourself. I couldn't even begin to do it justice. Justice? Asina. Huh? Oh, poor Apollo. It's all my fault. Oh, Judy! What was I thinking? I'm so sorry! What we found yesterday was not Apollo's dead body. Thank God. Okay, good! Apollo's not dead! Alright, cool! Right, cool. Don't know what we could do without his perceiving. Alright. Also, then I'd feel weird about wearing the shirt. He was been assaulted by someone with a blow to his head and was lying unconscious. We rushed him to the hospital right away, and it looks like he's gonna pull through. Good job! Paul's getting a little bit of Phoenix's plot armor. But it was still quite a shock to stumble up onto a scene like that. Is this what... It's alright, Asina. Well, I managed to get her to stop crying. Now she's resting on that sofa over there. I guess she really feels responsible for what happened to Apollo. Poor Junie. She believes that's the reason Apollo was attacked. Is because he was helping her look for something that was in that courtroom. Oh. I can see why she'd think that. By the way, how are you doing? Who, me? Yeah, you know, you are concerned about Miss Woods, but are you alright? Me? I'm doing just fine, boss. I mean, yeah, it was a huge shock, but I'm alright. People who study analytical psychology are great at all times like these. After all, they learned how to control their own emotions, too. Somehow, I don't think it's as easy as she makes it sound. But there is no denying she's really a trooper. Apollo doesn't remember us saying, does he? Yeah, he can't recall anything from the time right before he was assaulted. Nothing about what he was doing in the courtroom number 4 or who assaulted him. The doctor says it's probably due to that hit that he took to the head. Assaulted in a courtroom alone, losing your memory at that. I know how that feels! Excuse me, Phoenix? You were in the defendant's lobby. Apollo is in an actual courtroom. There's a difference! By the way, we are bringing up The Lost Turnabout, which is Justice for All, episode 2. Episode 1. Look at me with my Ace Attorney knowledge. Who in the world would do such a thing to him? Huh, Mr. Wright? Well, I can think of one person, but he was already arrested. He was already arrested. Just wait until I get my hands on the coward who hurt our Apollo. Now, Asina. I thought you said you were in control of your emotions. Let's just focus on helping Mr. Woods, okay? But I'll admit I am just upset as you are. Okay, boss, you're right. Apollo's assailant can wait until after we clear Junie's name. That's the spirit! Now, let's see. I better check out the court records one more time before the trial starts. prosecuting attorney, the younger brother of another attorney, prosecutor I know. This one lacks presence too. Here's to Mr. Wright. I'm ready whenever you are. All right, let's get ready to rumble. You bet. Is everything that happened with Apollo? I didn't have time for a proper investigation. I can't let that stop me, though. I have to get this right for Miss Wood's sake, and Apollo's too. Court is now in session. All rise. No, because then I would have to raise my mic up with me. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Juniper Woods. The prosecution is ready. The defense is also ready, Your Honor. Now then, I believe that I instructed the prosecution to further their investigation. Were you able to locate the remote switch in question? I'm afraid the remote switch is still missing, Your Honor. I must say, I'm disappointed, Mr. Payne. Not angry, just disappointed. Ooh, he just got, I'm not mad, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed from the judge. Oh, that must sting. Getting that from the judge. I apologize, Your Honor. Haha. Looks like the prosecution is just as unprepared as I am. There is a separate matter, however, that I would like to bring up during this trial. A separate matter, you say? And what might that be? I assume that you're aware of another incident occurred during yesterday's trial. I'm speaking, of course, of the assailant of Mr. Justice in the ruins of Courtroom 4. Uh-oh. Why is he bringing that up? Why, yes, what a truly harrowing experience it must have been. Poor Mr. Justice. At the time of the attack, Mr. Justice was not alone. He was with the defendant, Miss Juniper Woods. He isn't going where I think he is going with this. Is he? Oh, he's not going exactly where we think he's going with this with Phoenix. The prosecution wishes to indicate Miss Woods on the charge of Mr. Justice's assault. Objection! She has no motive. She is deeply in love with Apollo. As we learned in yesterday's trial. Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the incident under the deliberation is being here as a courtroom bombing. The assailant of Mr. Justin has nothing to do with this trial. Ah, but I believe there is a connection between this case and Mr. Justice's assault. Please take a moment to consider these facts. Both events occurred in courtroom number 4. This is the location number 4 where the unconscious Mr. Justice was discovered. As you can see, it's quite close to where Mr. Arm's body was found. The question is, why did the culprit feel the need to maliciously attack Mr. Justice? Because they thought he was the lawyer in charge of the case. Why indeed? What do you believe their motive to be, Mr. Payne? I believe Mr. Justice found something in the courtroom while Mr. Woods was with him. Evidence that fingered her as the perpetrator of the bombing. You mean he found some incriminating evidence? Precisely. And so I summarized that the defendant picked up the piece of rubble and hit Mr. Justice over the back of the head. Objection, Your Honor! He is her defense! Why would she go and defeat... Why would she go if it's something incriminated her? Why would she go and defeat her own fucking lawyer? Make it make sense, Mr. Pan. Yeah, you're just as defiant as your older as your brother.
Objection!
Ginny would never do such a thing. She was devastated when she found Apollo hurt like that. Mrs. Guys, please control your outbursts.
Ahem. It was the prosecution believes that the deliberating of Mr. Justice's assault. We will draw ever closer to the truth of the courtroom bombing itself.
Very well. Miss Woods is hereby officially indicated for the charges of assaulting Mr. Justice. What? Why are you listening to Mr. Toupee over there? Although, considering our conversation yesterday, I think Apollo might have figured something out. Wonder what it was. He told me I'm going to look for evidence to clear your name, Juniper. Maybe the two incidents really are related after all.
I would like to start by hearing from the defendant herself.
Very well. Bailiff, please bring Miss Wood into the witness stand. I'm sorry. I can't seem to stop. Miss Woods. Guess she's still really upset about Polo.
Miss Woods, you went to the rooms of courtroom number 4 with Mr. Justice, did you not?
Yes, I did.
Good, good. If you would then please testify about what happened to the court.
During the trial yesterday, I was overcome with a fit of coughing. Apollo stayed with me and we went to the courtroom ruins together. But then I was called back to this courtroom to give testimony. Apollo insisted on staying behind in courtroom number 4. I swear I didn't attack Apollo! Why would I ever hurt such a kind person? Also, again, he's a part of her defense team. So therefore, why would she hurt the person who is trying to clear her name? Make it make sense. So Mr. Justice stayed by your side while you were feeling underwell. What an admirable young man. I thought his loud voice was his only outstanding feature. Don't you mean his card's a steal, Your Honor? Gosh, get the name right at least, Your Honor. He may look like a little imp at times, but Apollo can be really nice too. I hope she didn't hurt her wrist backhanding her wrist backhanding that one out. But one has to wonder, why did Mr. Justice stay behind in the ruins? I think Apollo might have figured something out. Something? What kind of something? Something to do with the courtroom bombing kind of something, I think. Oh, new evidence for the case, was it? That's a very big kind of something, indeed. I believe so. He mentioned looking for some evidence when I was called away.
Objection!
Just as I thought. There is a connection between the two incidents. But the defendant has told a very big lie, Your Honor.
What lie is that?
When she knew Mr. Justice would be looking for evidence, she attacked him. She attacked him to give herself the chance to destroy that evidence.
No! I never!
Miss Woods repaid Mr. Justice's kindness with violence.
Bullying the defendant again. And a women's month, Mr. Payne! How dare you accuse of my client, who is a woman, in fucking women's months, you fucking asshole! Am I gonna bring up women's month the entire month of March? Probably.
You've had the proof here, and here's the foul deeds here in this courtroom ruins.
Oh god! What on earth? Oh god, Phoenix must be feeling very big memories from the last turnabout.
Do you see it? Here in front of Mr. Justice's right hand.
Is this where we come to learn that Apollo is left-handed?
Witness he left for us.
It's written in blood.
woods. Why isn't that? That's right, Your Honor. It says woods in the capital letters. What? I submit Mr. Justice left us behind the name of his attacker before he fainted. No, that can't be true. Why would Apollo write my name? No, that would be his right hand. Like I said, this is where we learn Apollo's left-handed. Mr. Wright! The nerve of him leaving that message. Why would he do this? Hey, don't take it out on me. I don't understand it any more than you do. When we discovered Apollo yesterday. Apollo! No. Ah! We didn't even have a chance to rush over to him. As soon as the security heard us scene scream, they all ran to cordon off the area. After that, they were in the courtroom with number 4 with Apollo the whole time. We couldn't investigate anything ourselves, and had to leave everything to the police. Still, I never thought they would find some bloody writing there. Now then, please begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, come on, we know Apollo well. At this point, we've been his boss for a year now. Considering that there's probably like a year between Apollo's Justice and Dual Destiny here. Like, you know, normally it's attorney games. Though there is a special case with between Apollo's Justice and Trials and Tribulations.
Hold it!
Do you always cough when you get nervous, Miss Woods? Yes. Mr. Wright, please do not make Miss Woods nervous by pressing her so ruthlessly. That barely qualifies as qualification. Let us help her relax with a little small talk before we dive into cross-examination. You know, ask her about her hobbies and her crushes and stuff. Her crushes? Really? I don't know about this.
Hold it!
Why exactly did you go to the courtroom ruins? We went to look for my medicine to stop my coughing. Your medicine? Why would your medicine be in courtroom number 4? I dropped it in the heat of the moment. Rapperini. He was keeping my medicine safe for me. He has a little compartment that I can put things in, you see. And the funny Fancy has the same type of pocket. That's where the bomb was inserted. I had put my medicine in my coughing fits inside Bum Rapperini. When I told Apollo about it, he said he'd help me go look for him. There was so much rumble in there. I was worried, but there was no rubble or anything in front of the witness stand. So when we got inside, Apollo went straight there and started looking for my Rainy in the area. It was so nice of him to do that for me, in spite of all of his injuries. Apollo is so strong and kind and just like the trees of the forest. The way she makes him sound so... You think Apollo was some kind of good and ancient god? No, really? It's not like his name is Apollo or anything, Phoenix! Oh, wait. You know what that reminds me of? That one in Genshin from Venti, where he's like, "Sing Barbados!" Wait a minute. That seems to be quite an important fact. Please add it to your testimony, Miss Woods.
Hold it!
The area around the witness stand. Are you sure about that?
I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong? No. Oh, of course not. I was just testing my hearing. Must not upset her. Must not upset her. Yes, I'm sure that's where we search first. I really feel it in my throat. I love these games.
Hold it!
That was when you called it to the stand after Mr. Tomato's testimony, right? Yes, the bailiff came to courtroom number 4 and brought me back to this courtroom. And what about Mr. Justice? Did he come with you or did he stay behind?
Hold it!
I better not ask her about Apollo. I know! I'll just do some stall talk here to get her relaxed a bit. Do you have any hobbies, Miss Woods? Hobbies? Oh, well, I love growing vegetables in my garden. And I love to knit. I like sewing, too. I made this outfit myself. Keep it up, Mr. Wright. It's working. Now ask her if she has a crush on anyone. So, is there anyone in particular you like right now? Mr. Wright, is that question even remotely related to this case? Yes, Your Honor. Yes, actually, yes. To this case? Not really. Mr. Wright, you will refrain from asking questions unrelated to the case at hand. Sorry, Your Honor. -1 of the brownie points. Mr. Woods, please continue with your testimony. I believe you were telling the court about how you're pathetic your attacker, Mr. Justice. I swear I didn't attack Apollo. Why would I ever hurt such a kind person?
Hold it!
So you think Mr. Justice is kind? Yes, very kind. He rescued me. He's like the sun and strong and warm. He makes me feel strong too. The only adjectives I associate with the sun are the sweltering and oppressive. But then Apollo got hurt, and it's all my fault! Junie! Apollo's gonna be fine! He's just like the sun, right? Well, the sun doesn't just drop out of the sky. You really think he'll be fine? But the sun goes down at night. Then that means Apollo could... Mr. Payne, I do not think so much of men who make young ladies cry. Out of all the months he could have done it, he did it in Women's Month. Back to Nitro and then bringing up Women's Month. Yeah! So Apollo was trying to help Juniper. Who knew that Apollo could be such a sweetheart? It must have been pretty hard on him too, with all the rubble everywhere. Now that I think about it, there was something odd about what Apollo was able to do. You know, considering what Miss Woods just said now, I think you're right. That courtroom was in a very unusual state after all. Which leaves the million-dollar question. What would explain this contradiction? Anyways, let's see what happens when I present what I suspect is our answer. Well, I suspect this is my answer.
Objection!
Nope, not my answer. Alright, let's do my other thought process.
Objection!
Haha! When at first you don't succeed, try again! So he was started as the search was the witness stand, you say. That's right. I guess maybe he wanted to start from the furthest point in the room. He was being so brave and strong. But that's odd. Under the circumstances, he shouldn't have been able to been capable of that. But he was, and he still is. He might not look it, but he's really brave and kind too. No, that's not the part I'm finding fault with. Someone has a crush on Apollo. What are you claiming is something that no one should have been able to do? But I should think that anyone could be so brave and kind if they wanted to be, Mr. Wright. That's not what we're talking about, Your Honor. Sure, anyone can be brave and kind, but if you would please take a look at this diagram. With the courtroom in the state, how is it possible to walk up to the witness stand? Oh! I see your point. The rubble blocks off the access around the area around the witness stand. Does such a tiny inconsistency even matter? Yes, yes. Perhaps the witness is simply misremembering it. Ugh. Great, now I'm not so sure if it matters. A real man doesn't make mountains out of molehills, you know. But that's precisely what Mr. Wright does best. God damn it! You're right, Your Honor! I did that! This is what I do best! I call slander, Your Honor! It's not slander, Phoenix. It's exactly what you did. It's like exactly the entire. That is like literally the entire of the Phoenix Wright trilogy. So, was it really impossible to approach the witness stand? I have to say it's a bit hard to tell with any accuracy from this diagram. Mr. Payne, do you have any other photos of the crime scene? Let me see. Yes, I have one more. Here it is. It's a more black version of the photo I presented before. Huh? What's this hunk of metal on wheels? Mr. Payne, is the metallic object in that... What, Mr. Tone, is a bomb transport case? That is right. Is there a problem? Ah, yes, that transport case was there in the courtroom number 4 when the bomb went off. It must have been there ever since. Oh, that's it! Miss Woods, have you remembered something? Yes, I just realized. Its position. It's different from before. Its position? The position of what? The position of the big metal thing. The bomb transport case? Yes. When Apollo and I went there, it was in a different place. Where the case is in the photo was the case is in the photo was open space, so it was easily reached to search the stand. I see. So where was the transport case when you and Mr. Justice saw it? As I recall, I think it was more to the right. To the right. And that means... And the case was over the time of was over there at the time of the police attack. Who cares where the transport case was and where? What difference does it make? It has nothing at all to do with what we even are talking about.
Objection!
Where the transport case has everything to do with this discussion. In fact, it's so important that it's even far enough to turn the prosecution's arguments on its ear. What? Well, that certainly sounds very relevant indeed. And you say the sound as if you know where the case was at the time of the attack. Yes, Your Honor, the diagram represented the crime scene shows in the photo. And this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault on Mr. Justice. It's like right here. You said to the right. Your Honor, I assert that this is where the transport case was at the time of the assault. But that's... inconceivable! Oh god, it hurts the Hawkins pain. I forgot that part. Miss Woods, was this where the transport case was when you saw it? Yes! Yes, that's where it was! Thank you, Miss Woods. I'm sure the court has noted an interesting fact about this position. The transport case covers up the writing in the blood. Exactly. If the transport case was in that position at the time of the assault, then no message could have been written there because the case was in the way. Which leads to the conclusion that Mr. Justice couldn't have left that bloody writing.
Objection!
Why would we believe the defendant's claims that the case was in a different position? She's obviously lying.
Objection!
The fact that the case was moved after the assault on Mr. Justice is proved by more than just Miss Wood's testimony alone.
But what? And where is this proof that you're talking about?
It's my testimony, bitch! I'm kidding. It's right here in the crime photo. I'm keen to see this proof myself, Mr. Wright. Oh, is it the...
Take that!
All the proof you need is right here. Right here? I'm afraid I don't follow. Mr. Wright, I'm sensing feelings of doubt from you. Which means you're just taking wild steps in the dark, aren't you? Ouch! You're good. But you can also tell about how I'm about to feel in a few seconds, too. You just earned yourself a penalty. If the transport case was moved after the assault, there should be some evidence of it. I better take another good look at the photo. Is it here?
Take that!
Nope. Oh, wait! If it was moved after, how could it get beyond Apollo's bandages? Please take a look at the mark on the marks that run over Mr. Justice's bandages here. I see it. But what is it? This mark was made by one of the casters from the transport case carrying the bomb. As the case was moved, it ran over his bandages. In other words, the transport case was originally to the right of Mr. Justice. And after Mr. Justice was assaulted, the transfer case was moved. I love how we just didn't go with the lie of, excuse me, Apollo is left-handed. I've been his boss for a year. Dude's left-handed. What? Just as Miss Wood said, the case was covering the writing at the time of the assault. Therefore, it was impossible for Mr. Justice to left that message in blood. Yeah! You did it, boss! It was a real nail-biter, but you pulled it off. Yep, that should bring down the prosecution's claim like a house of cards. Order! Order in the court! Mr. Wright, that was a very clever deduction. Do you expect anything less of me, Your Honor? Ah, it's nothing, Your Honor. Nothing but pure genius. Take that! Boss! I'm sensing a definite smug and braggy vibe coming from you. Ugh. I'll just have one question, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. If Mr. Justice didn't leave that message in the blood, then who did? The other witness? Huh? What? Oh! Well... looks like I should take taking this thought to the last station. Well, I heard a lot about this. So this is Mr. Wright's famous bluffing technique, is it? Ah, this feeling! It brings back memories of the old days. Back when you carved out a name for yourself by bluffing your way through sick and thin. Jeez, Mr. Wright. The judge kind of makes you sound like a no better than a too-big con man. I mean, I did play. Well, I mean, he did play the piano for 7 years. I was putting playing the piano in quotes, if you guys don't know.
Now I'd like to hear your answer with just much confidence.
Hey, until the judge asked the question, he didn't catch it. You didn't catch on either, Buster. What now, boss?
I hope you didn't bluff your way into a corner.
Think, Phoenix. Think. There must be a way through this. I have to dig my way through the truth somehow. Who could have written that message in blood? The culprit! If Apollo didn't leave that bloody writing, maybe it was Apollo's attacker who wrote it and made it look like Apollo did it. That seems like the most reasonable explanation. But wait a minute. I just realized something, boss. What is it? Look at the amount of blood in this photo. It doesn't look like Apollo blood very much. I wonder if that's even possible to write out woods and it was just this much. Hey, you're right. Good thing Apollo didn't lose that much blood. That might be a factor why he survived the assault. Also because he's getting a little bit of your plot armor. Okay, so if Phoenix... Okay, look. Lawyers and plot armor. They go hand in hand, you know? Lawyers and plot armor! Tyrion doesn't sing or tear about plot armor! How many times am I gonna bring up Tyrion Colbert? And since there was so little blood, that pretty much rules out his attacker, huh? I guess so. But if it wasn't his attacker, then who else could have it had been? Who could have written that message in blood? If it wasn't Apollo who left the message, who could have left it? Well, he's the only other guy who was alive. Huh?
Take that!
To be honest, I didn't actually have a real proof of this. But I have come this far. There's no turning back now. Besides Apollo, there was one more person who shed the blood at the crime scene. A person who shed blood? You don't mean. But I do. Oh, but I do. I believe it was Candace Arm who left behind this message in blood. What? What? Detective Arm? Are you sure you know what you're doing here? Not really. What kind of ridiculous assertion is that? If you had said the attacker left the message to throw people off, it might have made sense. At first glance, it would seem that that's the most reasonable explanation. However, Apollo didn't shed enough blood to write such an extensive message. Uh-oh. Ah, I see. Even the photo makes it clear that there wasn't enough blood to write all those letters. And Mr. Justice did survive. I suppose he didn't bleed very extensively in that case. But why would Detective Arm write the defendant's name? There's no connection between the two whatsoever. And never even met each other. That's very true. Well then, let's see. Then maybe the indication, meaning the message, is not what it meant. It's not what it meant. Appears to be. The intended meaning, not what it appears to be. Maybe the message was not intended to be woods. Coming from you, that's quite the bold statement, Mr. Wright. You wish to assert that this bloody writing could have been some other meaning? Yes, Your Honor. For some reason, I pulled it out of a wormhole, but it could be turn out to be true, right? Well, remember what your chief would always say? Think outside the box. Think crazy!
Objection!
Sorry, we had to get a little Mia in there right now.
It clearly says woods, as anyone can plainly see. What do you mean could it possibly have?
Objection!
But Candace Arm was a detective. Maybe Woods only meant something into the police. Like a police scanner code, for example. I didn't think of that.
Hehe. You may have churches on you, but you'll never get the best of me. I have a thing for sitting in the weekends. And as you guys... And then you may...
Yes, I thought you had Manner classes on Saturdays.
And the nurse's radio code is woods. In this statement, dear Mr. Wright.
Is that a fact? Don't look at me. I know as much as you do about police codes. Enough of this. I was quite taken with the defense's new theory. But if they can't sustain it with anything, I must end things here. No, please, wait, Your Honor. Very well, but before we discuss this theory any further, I demand a plausible explanation. So, Mr. Wright, what is the true meaning of the bloody writing? Well, I believe it's... And no stalling! If you can't come up with any answer quickly, I will declare this discussion officially over. I'm in trouble now. What other meaning could it have besides an obvious one? Maybe it means something in another language. Or maybe it's a code. Think, Phoenix. You can do this. Which piece of evidence will tell us what the words would really meant? It's worth a shot!
Take that!
The bomb transport case? I have about ended up here with your shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Take a look at the numbers on this case, Your Honor. L1001R5R. Does this string look vaguely familiar? LL. What does it have to do with anything?
What could those numbers possibly have to do with the case at hand?
Now please take a look at the bloody writing shown in the crime photo. Oh, I think I see it. That girl. That's one's on my side. It says woods. Or you could say it's a horse of a different color. It's a horse of different color. A horse of a different color, Your Honor. The first character isn't a W. It's actually an L and a 1. The next two are zeros. Oh, my goodness. The true meaning behind the bloody reading isn't Mrs. Wood's name. It's the number engraved on the bomb transport case.
What are you talking about? Next part doesn't make any sense. Next number is a 1, but the bloody writing says D.
Objection!
But the number on the case and the bloody writing made out quite quickly. This is how the numbers on the transport case can be made to look like the bloody writings. Hold on, let me look at them again. Okay, race 2 lines. Please erase the third down on stroke of the W and the curved part of the D. Well, would you look at that? Lois. No, Your Honor, it's not meant to be read as a word. It's the numbers L10015, which if you take it the way of the final R, is the exact number that is on the bomb transport case.
Erase 2 9s and they match up, you say? Well, I can change anything else into anything by simply erasing 2 lines. What if we erase 2 lines from your name? I would be happy. Would you be happy, Mr. Wright?
Well, would you, Mr. Wright? You know, Wright. Spelling is my name is Wright. Okay, I'm done pretty well here, and I think I've drawn the right conclusion. Detective Arm's real message to us is the bomb transport case number. Your Honor, the two lines that are added by the real culprit by the real culprit to intentionally mislead people. What? The original message Detective Arm left behind was the transport case number. Whoever assaulted Apollo changed that message. If you're right, boss, then what do you suppose Detective Arm was trying to tell us? Good question. What does this number represent? You see the two numbers here? That is my identification number. Candace Arm lost her life in the courtroom bombing. Her dying message could only have been one purpose. No. To tell us the name of the one responsible for the bombing. Well, don't keep us in suspense, Mr. Wright. Tell us who she was trying to name. The culprit is that the victim was trying to identify as none other than...
Take that!
The defense wishes to indicate Mr. Ted Tonade on the charge of the courtroom bombing and attacking Apollo. Ted Tonade. Apparently, assembling bombs isn't only Tomate's only specialty. Somehow the victim must also realize that he was the bomber. So when she was caught in the blast, she left his bomb transport case number as her dying message. She used its own ID number to finger him for the crime. Why would anyone go out of their way to write an ID number? Why don't they simply write the person's name? He's got a good point there. She doesn't know his name. What do you have to say to that, Mr. Wright? Only Detective Arm knows the answer to that, but allow me to offer a theory. Perhaps Detective Arm couldn't recall Tomate's name in the heat of the moment. As I recall, it was the first meeting between the two. It is entirely possible that they wouldn't have been familiar with each other. Or maybe using the ID number was a way to hide the true meaning from the real culprit, thus lowering the odds that they would erase the bloody writing. But no matter what the reason, it's important the thing is the meaning behind her message. The fact remains that she wrote Mr. Tomate's their ID number. Now, just one moment here. There hasn't been any proof that it was indeed Detective Arm who wrote that. Bloody writing wasn't found during the investigation after the blast. If Detective Arm had left a message, it should have been found at that time.
Objection!
Naturally, Mr. Tomei hid it before anyone could ever discover it. And there's simply an explanation for how he was able to do so. What? Mr. Tomei was able to couple the message because he's the first to find the body. The first person to discover the bloody writing than Mr. Tomei himself. I was the first on the scene after the explosion. I went there to ensure safety, but I ended up discovering a dead body. When Mr. Tomei saw the victim that had written his ID number, he used the bomb transport case to cover the bloody writing as the stoppage measure. Oh, so that's why the message was in blood was covered under the transport case. He didn't have enough time to try and scrub away the writing. If he didn't report the body right away, he would look suspicious. So those letters lived on to serve another function. When Mr. Tomei used them in another incident. Oh, the assault on Mr. Justice. Exactly. Mr. Tomei hit up on his plan to use the bloody writing for his own purpose. So he didn't clear it away. Instead, he made it look like Mr. Justice wrote it. By adding to the two lines, writing that Detective Arm left behind. He changed the meaning of this message. He made it look like Mr. Justice was accusing Miss Wood of the attack. So that means the only person who could have altered the bloody writing was the courtroom bomber, who was the same person that assaulted Mr. Justice. And that person is Ted Tomate. Yeah! When is he gonna yell his to hold it? Order in the court! Order, I say! It looks like we'll have to hear from the bomb specialist himself. Mr. Payne, please have Mr. Tomate take the witness stand. Yes, Your Honor. That was great, Mr. Wright. Just doing what I do best, which is fly by the seat of my pants! The same thing is in case is yours. Do you think you can handle it? I look forward to seeing you try. I finally draw Mr. Tomei back to the witness stand. Looks like you'll get your wish, you goggle man. Now let me watch it. Now watch me take your lies apart. Mr. Tomei, I'm afraid we have a few more questions for you. I understand the situation, Your Honor. I was keeping a close eye on the proceedings from the gallery. The allegations are laughable.
Objection!
I wouldn't be laughing at you, Mr. Tomei. The message in blood matches your ID number. The same ID number that is there on the bomb transport case. That's a far-fetched theory. No better than the tangled ball of wires. I have them untangled for you in no time at all. You were the first person on the scene after Detective Arm left her message in blood. You're the only one who could have handwritten and then used it again later. I see 2. Times 2. But then let me ask you, do you have any proof that the Detective Arm wrote that message? That is a very good question. Well, do you, Mr. Wright? Well, do we have proof that there was 2 different types of blood there? The best way to prove that Detective Arm wrote that message is to analyze the DNA! Your Honor, I request that the DNA test to be performed on the blood itself. Once we know whoever it is, it will be obvious as to who wrote the message. Very well. Bailiff, please put a request for a DNA test with the forensics team. Yes, Your Honor! It will be some time before we have the results of that analysis. Until then, let's hear more from the witness. I would like nothing more, Your Honor. I want the court to hear how ridiculous the defense's theory is. I admit I was the first on the scene after the explosion, but there was no blood writing there at the time. Anyways, there's no way that the Detective Arm could have written it. She was struck on her head in rubble and died near the courtroom entrance. She was too far away from where the bloody message was found. So you're saying that the victim's body was nowhere near where the writing was? Precisely. It is as plain as day that she could not have written it. It's true that the body was discovered near the entrance to the courtroom. Please have a look at this crime scene photo. As you can see, there is blood in the rubble near the victim's body. She must have died after hitting her head there. I see. Alright then, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Do you have what it takes to take my infallible testimony apart?
Hold it!
Why were you the first person on the scene? To secure the area. It was regulation for a bomb disposal specialist to enter first. In other words, you had the opportunity to alter the bloody writing then, didn't you? Well...
Objection!
That's right. Interrupt. Mr. Tomei is about to give us testimony that will show him around your reasoning is. I think he was just about to say something interesting, too. When I went to and saw the aftermath, well, it was quite a disaster.
Hold it!
You were able to tell this with even... Were you able to tell this even with those goggles on? With these goggles, there is no way I could have missed something like that. I can see quite well with them. In fact, I can see every hair on your spiky head. Oh, you have a few gray hairs, Mr. Wright. Okay, so I'm getting old! What? Poor Mr. Wright. You're always working so hard keeping our office together. Wait a minute. I don't have any gray hairs. Just kidding.
Objection!
I object to the witness attempt to prematurely give me gray hairs. Mr. Tomate, this courtroom frowns upon the touring comments on persons hair, or lack therefore of. Your Honor, you're beautiful. Even with that bald head of yours. I'm sensing a great wave of sorrow coming from the judge. My apologies, Your Honor. May I continue my testimony? Anyways, there was no way Detective Arm could have written it.
Hold it!
If she didn't write it, then who do you suppose did? Mr. Justice, of course. Just before dying, he wrote his name of the attacker, Juniper Woods. Objection? He didn't. Our boy has some plot armor? He's gonna be fine. I find a message from your poor subordinate. He's not dying! Poor Mr. Justice. I'm starting to get all misty-eyed. Apollo's not dead, folks. He's got plot armor. Don't worry. So how can you swear it wasn't the Detective Arm who wrote this message? It is very simple. She had to strike her head on rubble and died near the courtroom entrance.
Hold it!
Did you imagine she was thrown back by the force of the blast? A bomb can inflict damage not only from the explosion itself, but also some relatively secondary damage from the second blast winds. Dexter partially hit her head on some rubble. It started here upstairs report as well. Cause of death, trauma to back of head. Let me read this. Ah, crumb. The opposite report. Take a little look at that. You know, before a certain someone updates it again. Oh, wait, no, we haven't seen Edgeworth in a bit. Now, do you see? Detective Arm could not have written that message. The reason for that being...
Hold it!
Isn't it possible she could have crawled to the area of the bloody message? If that were true, then how did she return to the spot where near the entrance? Maybe she crawled back after writing it. Hey, this guy just... me? Would you like to get down to the floor and demonstrate your theory? Huh? No, thank you. The victim's body and the writing are several yards away from each other. There's no way she could reach. Quite the conundrum. That means something is off somewhere. There must be a contradiction. Ah! Maybe the body was moved. But that doesn't explain how the blood got on the rubble. What if there was done by the real culprit after the fact? If that's the case, then something about that might contradict the evidence we have. I didn't mean to. Just in case.
Objection!
It was just in case, but okay. You're a terrible liar, Mr. Tomate. Take a look at this observatory, especially about the part about Detective's arm's head injury. Cause of death, trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. Yes, what about it? Now take a good look at the bloody piece of rubble. It's sharp and pointed. Hey, you're right, boss. It is pointy. Just like your hair. That is odd, isn't it? What could be the meaning of this contradiction? I believe it means that the victim did not hit her head on this piece of rubble. The bloodstain you see is just another fabrication. It's a purpose to mislead us into thinking the victim died near the courtroom entrance. Are you claiming the culprit moved the victim's body? That's exactly what I'm claiming. The victim hit her head at some other location. Most likely on the floor or some other flat surface. And this location was somewhere near where the bloody writing was found. If that's the case, she definitely could have written that message. Your Honor! I have the results of the bloodstain analyst. Ah, very good timing. Let's take a look. According to the report, the message was written in Detective Arm's blood, and as the defendant claims, only part of the message was added afterwards. Were written in Mr. Justice's blood. It would appear that the defendant's assertion is correct after all. Yes! You did it! You were right, boss! Now I have to drive it home. I'll have to take a good look at the blood right later. I like the once instead of exclamation marks. Mr. Tomate, it is now apparent to you that you have told several lies to this court. We should find him in pre-jury, Your Honor! Because he is guilty of that for sure. I hope you have some sort of explanation for yourself. Fine, I will confess. You will? But then why are you so calm? This time I will tell the truth. It is true that Detective Arm wrote my ID number. She has very blatantly wrote L0015. I was shocked, but I did not detonate the bomb. The Detective Arm must have mistaken me for the real bomber. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad. I see. So does your assertion that you merely moved the body, is that? That is correct. I did not kill the Detective Arm. Oh well, if that's all you did then. Wait a minute. Your Honor! He's still guilty of pre-jury! That in itself is a criminal act. Also, the fact that he's been covering that up until this point, he should be guilty of pre-jury. Glad to see you finally crossed that finish line, Your Honor. Very well then. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright. The truth. So you admit that you did actually see the bloody writing that Detective Arm left. My bad. I should have said so from the outset. And you are sure it was your ID number? I am sure. It was definitely my ID number. That number was signed exclusively to me and by the police department. The number assigned to me and to my goggles as well. So those funky things were provided by the police department. Although these things are special goggles, customized by me personally. Speaking of personalized, these sunglasses were custom made as well. They were specially created to be particularly dark and shiny. Speaking of special, my gravel is made out of mahogany and was custom made as well. Your Honor has a custom gavel? Oh, that is so cool. Made out of mahogany. Sorry, I just wanted to go mahogany. I am having fun. Especially created to make particularly loud and resounding sound. Wished I had something to brag about. What about your fucking hair? Being all of that may be, I just wanted to reconfirm you saw the bloody writing clearly. And that was your ID number. That is correct. My ID number was written in blood on the floor. You very plainly wrote hello and advised. I was shocked. Hello, L100001R5R. It was written after the bomb went off in the courtroom. Correct. I did not know why she wrote it, so that sent me into a panic. Sounds like you were quite tissy. If I were in his shoes, I guess it would take me out too. I can't imagine across the message Sykes written in blood. If I saw a gasp and print in blood, it would certainly make me gasp. Rest assured, Mr. Tomei, I understand how you felt and what it's felt. And so you discovered your ID number in blood at the scene, and that is right. I saw it with my own eyes. That very clearly said it. But I did not detonate the bomb. And who did? Didn't you? The victim may have had special knowledge of who the bomber was. I had no idea what thoughts the detective arm may have had inside her head. If it's not like I ever dismantled her mind to check. Mr. Wright, if you have suspicions about the witness, let's see your proof. Evidence is everything in a court of law. Even the school children know that. Do they, though? I only know it because I'm a huge nerd about this franchise. How many years have you been a defense attorney now? Well, if we go technical terms, he's only been a defense attorney for probably like 4. Because there was that 7-year gap where he lost his attorney's badge. Cut me some slack, will you? I had a 7-year break! Don't feel bad, boss. You just got your attorney's badge back after all. In that sense, you're still more of a beginner than I am. I suppose I should be thankful you're not a licensed psychologist. Mr. Tomei, please continue with your testimony. With pleasure. My ID number was left at the scene, but Detective Arm must have mistaken me for the real bomber. By mistaken, do you mean you had nothing to do with the explosion? That is correct. That is why I was so shocked when I saw my ID number. The victim may have suspected Mr. Tomei for no reason other than the fact that the bomb specialist, he was in charge of the bomb. In other words, a false accusation. A vocal discrimination, I say. I mean, I'll allow it because he's a man and it's Women's Month. How many times am I gonna bring up Women's Month? Also at March, that's for damn sure. Well spoken, Your Honor. If the victim had been found killed with a gavel, Mr. Bluesuit over there would probably have pinned the crime on you. Objection? I would investigate and then arrest Your Honor. Then maybe get your... excuse me? That wouldn't be, me. That wouldn't be me. That would be, Mr... He would. Well, that's just wouldn't do. Mr. Wright, if you dare try to pin anything on me, I will find you in contempt of court. But I never even tried to harm my hair on... a strand on your beard, Your Honor. Well said, Mr. Payne. Because I am so closely associated with bombs, I was afraid I would be prosecuted if if anyone saw the bloody writing. Not wanting to be accused, I moved the body and covered the writing. My bad.
Hold it!
You didn't think of cleaning away the bloody writing. I didn't have the time. By the time I found the message, the blood was already dried. The police were just waiting outside the side for me to secure the room, and I still had to move the body. I was in panic. Without time to spare, I temporarily covered the writing with my name with my case. Didn't you think the police would find it during their investigation? Regulation circulates only specialists may touch the transport case. Because of the danger, you see, I thought I would clean up the writing once they were finished. My bad. My bad? Does he really think that it will magically smooth everything over? This guy is something else. I don't believe Detective Arm's dying message was it was some mistake. He wouldn't wraggle it out this easily. Also, I love how we haven't mentioned the clear elephant in the room of the 2 lines of Apollo's blood. What did Mr. Tomei say when he first discovered the bloody writing? There has to be a contradiction hidden in his testimony somewhere. Wait. Okay, let's save just in case. I'm gonna just save just in case I'm wrong about this. Just in case I'm wrong about this.
Objection!
she know that she wrote it? Okay, I guess it's obvious, but...
Objection!
I just want to make doubly sure that it was L1005R. That was really what you saw written in blood. Yes, it was very clearly said that. But that's odd, because that's not what I see.
Objection!
What on earth are you babbling about now? Wasn't it you who claimed that the bloody writing was his ID number in the first place?
Take a good look at the photo in the bloody writing analysis. Now tell me, does this really say L10015? Oh, yeep. Something's missing, isn't it? And it's that something is the final R. What's the meaning of this, Mr. Tomate? Right now I remember. There was no R on the end. It was just a slip of the finger. My bad. Come back! My beautiful contradiction. Mr. Wright, not sure it was just as simple as slip of the finger. You have something for me, Asina? I sense that he's extremely aggravated, almost panicked. He does look pretty flustered. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears it was nothing more than a mere mistake. I don't know. Did he really just make a typo? What about that R? Did Mr. Tomate really see it? Well, I guess everybody makes mistakes. Even I get Mr. Justin and Mrs. Psyche here mixed up sometimes. I don't believe it, Mr. Wright. What? Did I get you too confused? No, not that. I can't believe that Mr. Tomate just made a mistake. Guess I better think about this a little more. Well, Mr. Wright, do you intend to continue? Of course, Your Honor. What about that R? Maybe Mr. Tomate really did see the R, but there's no R anywhere in the bloody writing. What's going on here? Huh? Now I gotta take another good look at this photo. I think maybe... That's it! What is it now, Mr. Wright? You're trying to intimidate Apollo and his cords of steel. I've been talking about his cords of steel all day! I got it! So that's what happened. A slip of the finger. Is that really all it was? Because I don't think so. As someone Mr. Tomate didn't really see, did see the letter R. But the photo clearly shows that there's no R. No, Your Honor. Actually, it's just the opposite is true. The photo shows that Mr. actually could have seen the R. If you're going to make that claim, you better be able to point out what you mean.
Take that!
Please look here to the right of the 5. Do you see a little bit of red? Oh, I see it! It's on the edge of where the 4 was broken up. That's the R that Mr. Tomate saw.
Objection!
It's true that the witness wears some very odd goggles, but that doesn't mean his eyesight is bad, nor his brain power. What part of that smudge looks like an R to you?
Objection!
But what Mr. Tomate saw wasn't that little smudge. There was a whole incomplete R written here. Before the floor was damaged by the explosion. Oh well, that explains it. Huh? Care to explain what you mean? Because you just proposed that everything that happened is the exact opposite order. Yep, because that's the way it really went down. The timing of when the R was written turns everything about this case around. Now then, if the floor was damaged by the explosion, what was the message written? With the bloody message running off in the edge of the damaged floor like that, we can only conclude that it was written before the explosion.
But that's ridiculous.
If that was true, it would overturn your own promise. That's right. It does. In fact, it turns everything upside down. The victim was not killed by the explosion in the courtroom. She was killed before the explosion ever occurred.
What kind of preposterous claim is that? Have you forgotten the victim's body was found at the scene of the explosion?
True, but consider this scenario. She was hit on the head and killed before the explosion, or even before the trial began. Her body was successfully placed in the courtroom ruins after the bombing occurred. That way, it could have been made to look like she was the victim of the blast. But what? It sounds like we have a better look into what the victim was doing before the trial. Mr. Payne, did anyone see Detective Arm before the trial?
Let's see. According to the police report... Ah! Here it is. One person saw the victim before the trial. And that person was... Ted Tomate.
Wait, what? No one besides Mr. Tomate saw the victim?
That appears to be the case, Your Honor.
I would now ask the court to recall something. Especially Mr. Tomate's words from yesterday. It was when Detective Arm and I were transporting the bomb. Oh my! Mr. Tomate, just before the trial, you were with the victim. The two of you were together were at the scene of the crime, courtroom number 4. Your Honor, the defense requests a new testimony from Mr. Tomate. We wish to hear what he has to say about his whereabouts just before the trial. Mr. Tomate, your testimony, please. My testimony? There's no need for... He's completely unnerved, Mr. Wright. You must have hit the nail on the head. All I did was transport the bomb into the corner. I already told you. God! Blasting! I was only in the courtroom with the victim because of our work. I swear to you, I was only transporting the bomb there. You and the victim were alone together at the scene of the crime. In other words, you certainly had the opportunity to commit murder, did you not?
Tisk, tisk, tisk. You always leave yourself so open to attack, Mr. Wright.
What now, Mr. Payne?
Yes, Mr. Tomate had the opportunity to kill Detective Arm. But importantly, what piece of your assertion is missing?
What important piece?
The murder weapon. What do you claim was used to kill the victim?
Mr. Payne has a point. The switch. It's missing. Why would it be missing? If it was covered in blood. Even Mr. Tomate had the chance. Without a weapon, we can't accuse him of a crime. Well, Mr. Tomate? Oh, yes, that's right! I didn't have any sort of thing that could be used as a murder weapon on me. I could possibly kill Detective Arm. Did he really have nothing he could have used as a murder weapon? What is this, Ina? Just looking over the victim's obituary report? I'm hoping there's something in here that can point us to the right direction. Well, it does say that she died from trauma to the back of the head with a flat object. Yeah, and to inflict that specific kind of injury, all you need is a flat surface, right? A heavy, blunt object with a flat surface could definitely be our murder weapon. Well, Mr. Wright, can you indicate for the court what it was used to kill Detective Arm? I believe I can. Believe being the key word here. You can? And please do know. What did Mr. Tomate have that could have used to murder?
Take that!
This must have been the... Whoops. Is this the case itself? Let's just retry from this. Oh, I don't need to even fucking save like this. What a dummy. It would be the case, right?
Take that!
Mr. Tomei, you say you didn't have anything that could have been used as a weapon. But in fact, you had the perfect thing. What? What the devils are you talking about? You had this. The bomb. That's the bomb! I thought you were trying to prove that the victim wasn't killed by the bomb blast. The bomb blast? No. I believe Candace's arm was killed with this bomb. Because this blunt object that delivered the fatal blow to her head. Yeah! Please recall the description of Detective Arm's head wound. Trauma to the back of the head caused by impact with a flat object. We assume this injury was sustained when her head hit the floor. But a blow from a flat side of this bomb would produce the exact same wound pattern. Gah. Yeah. What's with him? Show me some proof. Where's the evidence that I hit the victim with the bomb? Ah! He's right. I don't have anything decisive. You can find the victim's blood on the bomb. That would be decisive proof. But too bad, the bomb's blown to bits. It's all gone! Boom! Game over! Yeah! Ugh. Mr. Wright, is there really nothing to do in the, nothing on the bomb in the photos? Ugh, I don't see any blood or anything. Wait. This time display thing is broken here. Maybe it broke when it made contact with Detective Arm's head. That definitely is a distinct possibility. But unless we find the fragments of the victim's blood on it, it's not going to count. Ugh. I guess you're right. By setting off the bomb, Tomei managed to obliterate all traces of the murder weapon. What in the world do I do now? At times like this, I gotta change gears and look at things in a different way. Instead of looking for the things he wasn't able to hide, I should be looking for the way to expose the things he did hide. Ted Tomei murdered Detective Arm before the trial started. Then he placed their body in the courtroom after the body went off, which means there was something he needed to keep hidden until then. And I think I just have the thing. Times to print the photo that shows exactly that Mr. Tomei had to hide.
Take that!
Your Honor, please take a look at this. Oh, I think. Well, that was a particular belly flop, but I can't back down now.
Take that!
Your Honor, there's something we've all been overlooking. If the murder took place before the trial, then Mr. Tomei would have had hide the body somewhere in the trial. Hey, you're right! And if we could figure that out where the hiding place was, exactly, we might be able to find some evidence that we can pin him down with. So where could Mr. Tomei have hidden the body during the trial? Oh, obviously I would use this case. Wait, a box big enough for a body. A box that was in the courtroom the whole time. A box nobody would have touched if they thought there was a bomb in it. You're Mr. Tomei? What is it? Do you finally have some decisive evidence to show me? No, you're the one who's going to show it to me. Come again? You hear me? Now, show me what's inside that bomb transport case! What? Why? No! There's no need! I got him now. Just before the trial, you killed the victim with a blunt object. And then you placed her body in the ruins of the courtroom after the body went off. Clearly, you were trying to make it look like she died in an explosion. but there was a body hidden in the during the trial. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. The answer is right here. And I had a box made with a thick alloy plating that can't withstand any impact. No, that's completely false. If it's false, then you should have no objections to showing us your transport case. So, let's open this and take a look inside, shall we? Let's not. If you want to value your life, what's he up to now? Remain calm and listen carefully. This bomb will detonate in 5 minutes. What? Huh? I repeat, this HH3 will detonate in 5 minutes. What's going on? Your Honor, I recommend you adjourn this trial before this bomb goes off. Mr. Tomei, are you threatening me? I am the only one who can disable this bomb. If you do not want to die, your only option is to listen to me. And Mr. Tomei, did you say that this training model a fake to practice on? I did, but I also lied. This is the real deal. This is the HH3000. But the HH3000 was used to blow up the courtroom number 4, wasn't it? How do you know it was the real HH3 that blew up the courtroom number 4? Huh? The bomb that blew up in the courtroom was a different one. One that I made. What? Then are we to take part of a confession? Take that as a confession on your part? Take it any way you'd like. Just before the trial, I took the HH3 out of the stuffed animal and put my own bomb into it. That was the bomb that exploded and destroyed courtroom number 4. Mr. Tomei, please be reasonable. You really expect us to believe a crazy story like that? The HH3000 is so unique. I have never seen anything like it. So it's so unique. I could not have replicated the destination mechanism. So I just had to have it. Besides, did anyone look inside the stuffed animal during the trial? Did anyone check to see if it was really the HH3000 in there? I must confess, no one opened the stuffed animal to check. So there was a real possibility that the bombs were switched out. No, not a possibility. A certainty. I did it. He had a real bomb with him this whole time. You had better get out of here while you can. You do not have much time. Order! Order in the court! I'm out of here. It's gonna blow. Run! If you four are still here, well, aren't you brave? It just wouldn't do for the judge for the proceeding of this court to run. But that horrible explosion the other day, it just looks like he's about to book it for the nearest exit any second. As for Mr. Payne, is that HAG? And he's off. Mr. Wright, what do you do? It'd be pretty pathetic to run now, wouldn't it? But the bomb might really go off! Only 3 more minutes, folks. That bomb really the HH3000? What should I do? Stand my ground! I can't run now. Well, it's been fun, but I will be going now. With my dear HH3000, naturally. Oh, and by the way, I would advise against having me followed. Even with no remote switch, this bomb can still be triggered manually. If I think I'm being followed, I will detonate it on the spot. Very well.
Hold it!
You're not going anywhere, Tad Tomate. Oh. Your Honor, there's no reason to be afraid. The bomb is a fake. Are you sure, Mr. Wright? More of your famous bluffing. Even at the risk of your own life. Oh, please, come on! I'm Phoenix Wright. I have plot armor. Don't worry about the fact that I gave some of it to Apollo. Mr. Wright! None of your bluffing now. Not at a time like this. Lives are on the line here. Excuse me, Your Honor. I have plot armor. I'm not bluffing. And I have proof. You do? Yes, of course. Your Honor? It's right here in the photo of the bomb. It's clear as day. The proof that Mr. Tomei's bomb is not the real AH-3000. Really? I will sit down immediately. Where's the proof that the bomb is not holding real...
Take that!
The display for the timer on the bomb as the photo is broken. Most likely for it broke when Mr. Tomei used the bomb to attack Mr. Detective Arm. But the display of the bomb in front of us is not broken. Oh, you're right! Therefore, this is not the real HH-3000. Mr. Tomei was clearly lying when he said he switched on the bomb in the stuffed animal. The real HH-3000 blew up in courtroom number 4. This bomb is nothing more than a fake, a model used for training purposes. Yeah! Fear not, Your Honor. I will examine inside the bomb in transport case myself. Yes, please do that, Mr. Wright. No! Stop! What is that? Is that a bloodstain? Just as I expected. Your lies have been all blown to bits, Mr. Tomei. I'm confident DNA analysis on this bloodstain will confirm that it was Detective Arm's blood. Then those results are consistently proof that you murdered Detective Arm. How about it, Mr. Tomei? Think you can dismantle this evidence, this decisive evidence? Dismantle it? You're too late! You missed your chance to run, so now you're out of time! This 3H term is about to explode! Don't try to threaten us, Mr. Tomei. I've already proved that your bomb is a fake. It's real! This bomb is the real thing, I tell you. It's real! Map Bonner Party 1. There's no time left. It's gonna blow. I have to disarm it. I have to take it apart. I can dismantle anything. I can take it apart evidence. I can take it apart bombs. I can dismantle it all. Dismantle, 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 dismantle. I'm not reading all that. My voice is tired. Can we get the gallery and the fucking prosecution back in the fucking... Your Honor? Game over. Dismantle attempt failed. It's all over. My life has been blown to pieces. It's all that stupid woman's fault. I was selling the bombs I armed on the black market. When I tried to take this one, she just had to notice it, didn't she? She confronted me in courtroom number 4 that day. That's why I had no choice. Before I knew what I was doing, I hit her. It was all her fault. While I was looking for a place to hide her body, I left a message in her own blood. The trial was about to start, so I didn't have time to clean it up. And now all this. I thought for sure I could disguise her death was an explosion. That stupid defense attorney had to stick his nose into my business. After my testimony yesterday, I went to courtroom number 4 and... I found that kid all up in my bomb in the transport case. That's when I snuck up behind him and... BAM! And then the idiot police arrested that little girl. I thought for sure I could pin it all on her. Why? Oh, why? Your mistake was going after my colleague. Ted Tomate, you are hereby under arrest on the suspicion of the courtroom bombing and the assault on Mr. Justice. Your innocence or guilt will be determined in a later trial. Now then, I see that the members of the public have returned to the gallery. One person, however, seems to still be running far, far away. Be that it may, I will now announce Miss Juniper Wood's verdict. Not guilty! Woo! We did it! Yay. Did it, chat. Court is adjourned. December 18th, 12:31 p.m. District Court Room, Defendant Lobby, number 5. You did it, boss! Yeah, I guess we managed to pull it off somehow. So many mysteries, it all cleared up at once. It was amazing. Just sort of worked out that way, didn't it? It's not the kind of thing you just works out. You made it happen. And the way that mean old prosecutor had it out here, that was great. Mr. Wright, Tina, thank you for everything you did for me. I'm so happy for you, Jeannie. Now you can go back home to the forest in peace. I hope the both of you will come and visit me sometime. That would be nice. Thank you for the invitation. I don't know, Mr. Wright. I'm not so sure you can make it all the way up to Jeannie's house. How high up do you live again, Jeannie? Around 3,000 feet, I think. What? That's no forest. That's a mountain! You know, boss, there's something that still bothers me about this case. One little mystery I never got around to solving. Oh, that? Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Is the unsolved mystery you're thinking of this? The remote switch, right? Yeah! I wonder where it disappeared to. Maybe Mr. Tomei just got rid of it somewhere. Yeah, it's a pretty big thing to leave unsolved, though. Well, let's leave it up to the police to find. For now, we should be celebrating our not guilty verdict. I guess you're right. Hey, I know! Ginny! Shall we go report the good news? You know, to that a certain someone. Okay. I mean, is he gonna be okay? Huh? Her grandmother? No, silly! To Apollo! Oh, right. Well, why don't we all go to the hospital together to see him? Great idea. I bet he's bored out of his mind. Okay. And so the courtroom bombing case came to a close. But the next trial was just over the horizon. There's never a dull moment with so many lawyers in the office. That's for sure. Polo Justice, Zena Seiss, and me, Phoenix Wright. Between the three of us, there is no case we can't solve. When our powers combine, we are an unstoppable team. At least, that's what I believed. But all of that changed with what Apollo said to us that day. It was something that would put my faith in us to the ultimate test. Date, question, time, question. Right, anything agency.
Sorry, but I'll be taking a leave of absence.
Wait, what do you mean by a leave?
Can you at least give me a reason why?
I can only say that this is something I must settle on my own.
Oh, why, Apollo? Why are you shutting us out?
What happened to you, Apollo? Ever since you put the jacket on, you've changed. And now, for whatever reason, All my mind keeps doing is returning to the day I first met you. We had tackled our first case together. And this past spring, as we did, I came to know who he is and how he thinks. It was a very peculiar case, one in which the victim was killed by a mystical creature. And yes, we'll save our progress. Wait, no, hold on. Okay. See, return to game menus because there's one thing we must do. It's tradition. We must change the music. I think this should be our for now. Also, what are our outfits? Of course, because I knew I chose. Yeah, I think that's the only one I chose. Anyways, so that's where we're ending it tonight because honestly, I need to get to bed. And of course, we'll be back on Thursday for the start of the next episode. So I'm just seeing if there's anybody in whom I can raid right now. So like I said, I'll be back on Thursday. And we're gonna raid Yunyan, who's doing mouthwash thing. I don't know. I'm not gonna stay long for him though because like I said, I have to get to bed. And I actually have to make my lunch for tomorrow, so I actually have to go out quick. So I'll see you guys Thursday, and then on Saturday I think we're going to do the finale of Cobble Mod, and then of course Farm. So Stardew with the crew. I think everybody's available that weekend, so I think that's what we're doing. So see ya.